Alright, sorry about that. It cut out again. I made space, so we should have extra time to, talk. And sorry, I blocked your wait. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's the reason why I love the third one because he loved it. He played nonstop, and I was like, do you ever play something else? And he was like, yeah, I play Ninja Turtles. I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. Freaking piece of trash. Anyway, so yeah, and so we became friends, and the more and more we got older, we didn't talk as much like we used to, which I miss him. I don't know where he is. As far as I know, he's still in my state. I'd love to see him again. He was my very first friend ever. Me and him laughed so much. I remember one time we were sitting up on like a shelf type thing, and there was a door hinge like about this far, and it was always like let's swing onto it and all that stuff. So we got up there, we started swinging, and then we dropped down and be like, okay, it's your turn. And like we weren't that high too. We were like, I don't know, like I don't know if you can see that, probably like right around there. Probably less, I don't know. I don't feel like showing like on the wall or anything. I don't feel like showing how tall we are because I'm tired and I'm a little bit sick. It's like my nose is clogged and I think I got an infection. But anyways, I don't really care. I gotta get these videos up for you people that want to hear about my life story. You guys probably don't even care, but hey, I'm giving it out anyways because I'm getting old. Not that old, but I'm getting old and going to the military. I don't really care. So the things I care about is where I live and what state I'm in. Well, actually, I don't really care about that. I'm in Indiana. So you people in Indiana, you know what it's like up here. Anyway, so I met him. And then we started like drifting away. Then I got in out east. I told you about it. Started going east, and it was actually kind of sad because he didn't go there, and he was like a lapel or something like that. I forget what school he went to, but it was like somewhere over there. I was really sad he didn't go to my school. So anyways, I hanged out with some pretty cool people. I actually found someone that was exactly like him, almost exactly like him. It was freaking awesome. I love that dude. We hanged out. We hanged out a lot actually, but not out of school. Not like me and the other guy. His name is Jacob. I'm not gonna say his last name, but I'm just gonna call him Jacob. So I don't know. The guy I'm talking about now, I don't know if his name, I don't remember his name. I feel like it was Jacob, but I know it wasn't. But anyways, me and him, he loves Star Wars, and I was like, Star Wars? My dude, what is that? And so he actually had his dad's phone, and he put the Phantom Menace theme song. I don't know if you guys know that. It's the first Star Wars, not the first one ever, but the first Star Wars in the collection, 1 through 8 or whatever they're up to now, 1 through Rogue One. If you go through 1 and he has a theme song, it's Phantom Menace theme song. And so it was actually pretty cool because he was like, yeah, dude, my dad has the theme song on. I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah. He wanted it, and I couldn't say no because you know how parents are. They love their child to death. And so, yeah, he had that on, and I remember one time his dad was tutoring me and him, and all of a sudden his phone goes off, and I was like, what the heck is that? What's going on? And he's like, oh yeah, my dad has a thing song. I'm like, oh, no way, I want it. I didn't have a phone at the time, because, I was like, freaking 7 or 8. 6 or 7, I don't remember, somewhere around there. And I'm not really supposed to have a phone, but I got a phone until like 13. But I don't talk about that stuff yet. wait a minute. Anyways, me and him got along really well. It was just like clicking. Everything he liked, I liked back, and except he didn't. I don't think he liked football as much as I did. I loved football. Football was my thing. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it was like first grade when we met. Oh, I forgot about Caleb. I met Caleb pre-K, or not pre-K, kindergarten. I met him during there, and man, dude, I clicked with all my friends. Whatever they liked, I liked back. If they didn't like certain stuff, I'd be like, I don't know too much about that stuff. And so they told me about it, and I was like, oh, shoot, yeah, that sounds cool. Anyways, Caleb is a farmer, and he, me and him used to get in trouble all the time, like every single day. You know those little sticks that you used to pull? Yeah, if you pull 3 of them, you go to the office. Me and him, we were troublemakers, yo. We did not stop. The only time we stopped was I don't remember. I don't remember what got into us like stopping. I think he said, "Okay, let's stop getting in trouble." I was like, "Okay, cool with me." I think he called the shots. Every time when he got in trouble, I'd get in trouble, and I had another friend there. His name was Coda, and I used to get in trouble with him all the time. Also, well, he didn't get in trouble. I was the only one that got in trouble with Caleb. Me and him would go down to the office like every so often. It was so funny. This was back when people would spank the kids or whatever. So that we went down there one time. The principal had a paddle. He was just like, "You gotta come back. I'm gonna use this on you." I'm like, okay. I wasn't entirely scared, cause Caleb wasn't really scared, and I was like, how is he not freaking out? He has a freaking paddle. I was just like, in my mind, there's like 1,000 things going on. I was like, oh, should I not get in trouble again, or what's going on, and what should I do, and all this stuff. And then Caleb was just like, okay, we won't get in trouble anymore. The next day, I'm pretty sure we got in trouble. Went down to the office, and he's like, what did I tell you guys? And then he was, he never did it. He never hit us or anything like that, because I think the policy went out and all that, like, you can't hit a kid or anymore, or something like that. I don't know. It might have happened before. I have no idea. But, I think he went easy because we were kids and we didn't know any better and all that stuff. I think. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that happened. Okay, so moving on to first grade. I actually had a lot of friends in first grade, and I actually first part of first grade I met a couple friends. They were actually pretty cool. I might have had a girlfriend at that age. I don't remember. I remember holding hands with a girl, but I don't remember if I was actually dating them. I think she just wanted to hold hands, so I was like, why not? Because I wasn't afraid of, like, girl cuties or whatever they call it or whatever. So, yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, what the heck is cooties? What is that? And I was like, I don't know anything about cooties. Is that a disease or what is that? Anyways, yeah, that happened. And second part of first grade, I went twice because apparently I wasn't reading enough. I was super ticked off about that, but I don't care anymore. It's just really dumb because it's a year that I'll never get back because I should be a senior right about now, but I'm junior. But I don't care. The people that I met now, I don't think I've ever met them if I was a senior this year. Actually, no, I take that back. They got held back too. Well, some of them got held back too, and so I believe I would have met them. But I wouldn't have met my good friend. I call him a brother. I call all my friends brothers, but I call him a brother more because I actually met him before Noah, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so I need to slow down. And so, back to second grade, or back to first grade, I met the same people. I met Caleb, I met another Caleb. It was actually kind of ironic. Every time when you say Caleb, they were like, which one? And I'll be like, who was I getting again? And for certain games, and Caleb loved football. The Caleb that I was talking about in kindergarten, Caleb loved football. So I was like, what is that? I didn't entirely know how to play football. I was like, how do you play it and all that stuff. And he told me some stuff about it. I was like, oh, okay. And then I learned the rest from like my dad and all that stuff. And so I was more interested in football when he joined. So every time I was we did get done with recess, he would always say, hey Riley, you playing football, or you're gonna be on my team football and all that stuff. I was like immediate. I was like, I didn't know I was playing football today. Okay. So I remember one time, this one dude throws it across the field, and like barely no one's around where it's gonna land. And so I remember one time Caleb was on the team that I was helping, so I immediately caught it. I was like backwards. I was like, ow! Brought it up forward, ran it like more than half the yard without getting touched, and it was touch football. You know, you know how it is and all that stuff. So, anyways, so I ran. Someone pushed me. You know, like you know how it is. Like when you want to like be cool, like Hergerberger. Nah, you want to be tough. And so this dude, I don't know who it was. I think it was the dude that threw it. He pushes me down and all that stuff. And my sweatshirt was the grass was actually slippery a little bit. So I go sliding a little. He was like, whose team is he on? And Caleb, thank goodness Caleb vouched for me. He said, he's on my team. I told him to join. And then he was like, oh, okay, fine. So he kind of got mad about that because he was just mad that I actually caught the ball. But anyways, Caleb comes up to me. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Ice skating and all that stuff? Because I slid. I was like, I was supposed to stop here, but I stopped over here, and because I that slide, the friction or whatever you want to call it, I slid a little bit more. And he was like, what are you doing, ice skating? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And he's like, I just wanted to catch that ball because no one else was going to, and I was like a really good catcher, a good great thrower. I was a more great thrower than catching it. And actually being quarterback is really stressful because you don't know if you're gonna you got to get it just right, and you got to give it to a certain person. If you don't give it to the certain person, then they'll get mad at you, and then he was just like, well, sorry, he was open, you weren't, and all that stuff, and then all that stuff. So, I mean, quarterback's not that stressful, but it's pretty stressful if you don't, like, if you let the little things get to you. But anyways, who cares? All that stuff is gone. Anyways, so I was laughing at my friend's jokes. He's like, what are you doing, ice skate and all that stuff? And so I was like, sure. And that was, like, in 5th grade. I jumped to first to 5th because I basically had the same friends. I met a girl, I'm going to say girlfriend. She wasn't my girlfriend, but she was a girl who was my friend. Every time I say that, I'll tell you guys when I'm actually meaning a girlfriend, okay? So anyway, this girl, we became friends around 5th grade, actually. Her name was Bailey, and she was actually pretty cool. I really liked her. I thought she was hot. But she was dating Caleb, and so I was like, well, shoot. So, I was like, okay, I'll never have a chance with her, and even if they would, like, stop dating, I never had a chance with her anyway, so I was like, well, shoot. Anyways, so that happens and all that stuff, and, I wasn't too mad, because, I knew I was going to find someone else, not her, and Yeah, okay, so after that, after they broke up and all that stuff, yeah, bummer, they're not together anymore. Anyways, he found another girl, and she was actually kind of hot, but, she was also mean at times. Whatever she would say, me and her got into, like, an actual big fight, and so to calm me down, I don't know what happened to me, but every time to calm me down, I'd have to write my name several times, like Riley Cowan, Riley Cowan, Riley Cowan, Riley Cowan, several times to cool down. It was so weird. It was like I don't know, maybe he told me to do it or something like that. He's like, Riley, you need to apologize and calm down, write your name like 20 times or so. I was like, I'm sorry. Sorry for what I said and all that stuff, and I was like freaking what, 12 years old, no, not 13. Good Lord, no, 5th grade, yeah, right. I was like 10 to 12, somewhere around there, and so I got like really mad at her and all that stuff. I said that as a kid. Oh, I'm sorry. And no, I was like, I don't know what started it too. Me and her just not clicked at all. Like, we became friends. But I don't know. We didn't really become good friends. But anyways, then close to the middle of the year, actually that was 4th grade when all that stuff happened. 5th grade, with his girlfriend and all that stuff. That was 4th grade. 5th grade is when I actually found another friend, Dylan. He loved football. He would not play anything else unless he was on the PlayStation playing something else. He loved basketball and football, and he mostly played football. Anyways, it was actually pretty fun meeting him, playing with him and all that stuff, and it was just really cool. And me and him played for a while, like played football for a while, and then 6th grade hit. I didn't want to do anything. Football was boring. Passed everything. Did everything. Every position that you can think of, I was it. And 6th grade hit was I met this girl, and she was a great friend of mine. The girlfriend. Girl who's a friend, that girl was actually we actually became pretty close. We sat by each other, or actually the first time I saw her, I didn't even know she was in my class, to be honest. So I saw her, or what the thing that jumped out was she had a balloon, like the biggest balloon you could ever think of, and it popped right in her bag. It was so funny. Everyone cracked up, and she was like embarrassed and all that stuff, and I was like, oh, I feel bad for her. And then my Caleb and Joel, another friend of Caleb's and mine, they actually, like, when they had the gunshot, they were like, oh, I'm hit and all that stuff, and you know how it is. And I was cracking up to that, and then I wasn't laughing at her at all. I felt bad for her because all she wanted to do is get the balloon in her bag and, you know, play with it at home. I don't know, something like that, or give it to her brother or something like that. Anyways, so after 5th grade hit, or 6th, no, I believe that was 5th grade, actually. No, yeah, 5th grade hit. I became friends with her. At the end of the year, of 5th grade, I was like, man, I hope she's my girlfriend one year or later on. And I didn't date her in 5th grade. 6th grade I dated her, kind of. I was still really in love with her. Every time when I see her, I would always like, you know, like kind of stare in her direction and be like, I'm not looking at you, I promise. Ooh, I lied. I lied big time about that. So actually I'm going to end it right here, because it's almost been like 20 minutes, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want me to hear me talk on for like 80 more minutes. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.